Hi, I'm Adrian Coase, and this video is to listen to cars passing by, apparently. Okay, so when I started to question my gender and to learn about what transgender is, and transitioning and all that, so it got kind of frustrating when most of those videos were like, all they said was, give yourself time and figure it out by yourself. And I didn't find much help in that other than if you're questioning your gender, then it probably means you're not cis. But at the time I was like, okay, but what if I am? So I tried to come up with some of the things that helped me really figure it out. I'm a binary trans boy, so if you're non-binary or if you're a trans woman, uh, this might not help you, and I don't have that experience, so I don't really know what to say. Especially if you're non-binary, if you don't experience dysphoria, because I experience dysphoria, so that's part of how I figure out that I'm trans. So if you don't, then I don't know how to help you because that's not my experience. Yeah, these are my tips on things that you can ask yourself and things that you can think about, but it will take time to actually figure out if you're trans or not, and then to accept it to yourself. So just that, this is my experience, so it might not help everyone, and it will take time. Think about it, talk to people, do research. Being trans is defined by not feeling a connection with the gender that you were assigned at birth. And this might sound difficult to understand, but for me, how that felt like was if I thought, like, before I came out to myself or figured out I was trans, I was like, which gender am I? And I would answer myself, I am a girl, and then why? And then, like, literally all I could think about was because I was born a girl. But I didn't feel any kind of connection to womanhood or like being a woman and woman's experiences. I couldn't give myself any answer to that question. I don't have any proof for that, but what I thought was if I had been born a boy, then I would identify as boy 100%. But since I was born a girl, I guess I identify as a girl, but I'm not sure. So just figure out if there's any connection that you feel to your gender. At first, gender feels really abstract and you don't really know what it is. The two questions I was talking about that helped me, that were in a video about are you trans, are first, if someone came up to you and was like, tomorrow you can be a boy if you want and just change your body, nobody questions it, there's no like surgery or anything, so that's magic, would you take that? And it's like, you can take it back, like once you become a boy you can go back, and yeah, basically is that like, if you could change it immediately and without going back, would you? For me the answer was yes, but I know that people who are not ready to transition, or people who are non-binary, or people who are not sure yet may not answer that like as a yes. The other question is, if you were in an island all by yourself, for whatever reason you can't get out and there's no hope of getting out, and you for some reason had access to hormones and like surgery, but basically hormones, would you take them? Like, the only person that is gonna see you is yourself. So basically that two questions are more related to transitioning, but for me it was really related to figure out that I wanted to transition and that I was trans. So if that helps you, there you have it. If that doesn't help you, then it doesn't mean that you're not trans if you answer no to those questions. When you're trans, puberty might feel different, and it's weird to identify your feelings because they're not normal or like reasonable feelings. When I was like buying bras or having people look at my boobs or whatever, I was feeling humiliated, I was feeling angry, really angry, sad. At some point of my life I remember thinking, I really wish I had been born a boy, but I wasn't, so I have to try and live as a woman. Like, kind of, I resigned, like, I gave up and just like, this will do. I'm not gonna be as happy, but whatever. And that's not a good thing to think. Another thing that I was feeling for a very long time, and then I realized that it's connected to my being trans, is I had this deep down feeling of not understanding myself and not knowing who I was. I remember feeling like there's a missing piece of myself that I don't understand about my own person, and I don't know what it is. Like, I had this big question in my head, like, who I am, who am I? And I never got to answer that until I realized that I'm trans. Again, this is not like every trans person's feelings, but it might be something that, you know, talks to you, speaks to you. If you're trying to figure out your gender and if you're trans or not, then the last tips I want to give you are: try dressing up as boy, clothes. If you wear makeup, maybe don't wear it, or wear masculine type of makeup if that makes sense. Cut your hair if that's what you want, or like style it in a way that makes you feel more masculine or more manly. If you can get a binder, that helps a lot to figure out, like, if you wear a binder and it feels right and your chest is supposed to be flat, then that tells you something. And another thing that I also did that really helped me was stand in front of the mirror and say, I am a boy, I am a girl, and then try to identify how you feel with both of those things. If saying you're a boy feels really good, like make you all excited, and saying you're a girl makes you feel like uncomfortable, then that is telling that there's something there that you should look into. Final thing to kind of figure out if that's right for you, like transitioning, like changing your name or whatever, is asking other people to call you by your name or pronouns. Picking a name is difficult sometimes and really easy other times, so just if you can find the name right away, then use it. If not, just pick a name that you like and use it like temporarily, or just like a nickname that you have right now, whatever you want. Maybe telling your friends that you want them to call you by a new name or different pronouns is a bit scary if you're not sure, or if you don't have like friends that you feel will understand. So one thing that is really helpful are like online blogs that do that for you. They call you by your name and call you by your pronouns. And yeah, try that out. I will try to leave some of those blogs below. And once that you see that feels good, then you might ask your friends like, hey, I am questioning, do you mind calling me by these pronouns? See if I like it. Okay, so basically that's all the tips that I can give you. Give yourself time. As much as you would like to have an answer for yourself right now, you need time, and even when you figure out your gender, you need some time to really accept it within you. Give yourself time and just don't be obsessed like who was. That's it. Take care. Have fun. Goodbye. There's a dog there. Dobby. Dobby. Bonito. Mira. Dobby, toma.